I was notorious across the villages for being hopelessly love-struck. To marry Ethan Jung, I didn't ask for any bride price. I even brought a dowry worth 10,000 yuan, paid for the marital house myself, and even put his name on it. Later, when the house was demolished for redevelopment, I thought we were finally going to live well. But the moment we got the compensation money, Ethan Jung and his country girl sister Monica Zhao kicked me out. Sick, cold, and starving, I froze to death in December's bitter wind. When I opened my eyes again, I was back on the day I bought the house. I crumpled the purchase contract, stuffed it into my mouth, and swallowed it hard. Village chief, the house I want isn't this villa, it's that old shack. The moment my words fell, silence filled the air.
What, Selena Liu? Do you know what you're doing? Spit that contract out right now.
His eyes went wide, clearly stunned by what I had just done. Just a minute ago, he had been holding Monica Zhao in his arms in front of the villa, enthusiastically planning the renovation.
I'll make 3 bedrooms, 1 for me, 1 for Monica, and 1 for the baby.
You're such a neat freak you won't share with anyone, then where will your wife stay?
Ethan Jung waved dismissively. Whatever. Stick her in a utility room. Wherever she lives, I won't allow her into my bedroom. But you can come.
Ridiculous. I had paid full price for the house and the renovations, yet in the end, there wasn't even a place for me. In my past life, I truly was a fool for love stupid to the extreme. In the end, I was kicked out and froze to death in the snowstorm. Luckily, I was reborn before the purchase went through. The first thing I did was swallow the contract. If I had been a second later, the deal would have been finalized and my rebirth meaningless.
Say something, Selena Liu. Are you insane? If you're sick in the head, get treatment. Don't waste my time buying this house.
Ethan's anxious voice pulled me back. The once handsome face I had loved so deeply now only filled me with disgust. Then go buy it. No one's stopping you. Mocking laughter rippled through the crowd. Everyone knew Ethan Jung had no money, living in brigade dorms. Even his marriage depended on the woman buying the house. That's why everyone had gathered to watch what they saw instead was a farce.
Good heavens, isn't this the best house in the whole village? I wanted to see how Ethan and his wife would decorate it.
Didn't Selena Liu love Ethan the most? She even broke with her family to marry him, gave up her chance to return to the city. Why won't she buy him the house now?
Who knows, maybe Selena Liu is planning a surprise, not this two-story villa, but a brand new 3-story mansion.
Hearing the villagers, Ethan's face eased.
He smirked arrogantly. A surprise, huh? Then I want 5 bedrooms mine, Monica's, the baby's, bring Monica's parents over, and even a small bedroom for the dog. That'll be perfect. But the renovation budget may go up. Do you have enough money? If not, take out a loan.
I laughed in disbelief. 5 bedrooms, he'd rather give a room to the dog than to me, the one paying for everything. In Ethan Zhuang's eyes, I wasn't even worth a dog. No wonder, in the last life, he had shamelessly thrown me out sick and feverish, leaving me to die in the snow. The surprise I have for you isn't that.
What is it then? Come closer and tell me. Ethan leaned toward me eagerly, eyes dreamy with expectation.
My palm cracked across his face. That slap is your surprise, Ethan. Ethan clutched his cheek, fury blazing in his eyes. I ignored him, turning instead to the village chief. I'm not joking. I'm not buying this villa. I want that shack, along with its 10 acres of land. Calculate the price.
That land's been abandoned for years. The house is about to collapse. Even if you have money, you can't buy that place. Let me find you something else.
No, that's what I want. Don't hesitate, whatever the price. I'll pay double. Gasps echoed through the crowd. The chief rubbed his ears, making sure he'd heard correctly, then rushed off joyfully to fetch the deed.
No, I don't agree. How can that place be a wedding house? Selena Liu, don't forget the condition of our marriage is you buying me this villa. If you don't, I won't marry you. When I stayed silent, Ethan arched a brow. I know you're upset I gave Monica your jewelry, but she's my sister. Your sister to your things should be hers. Fine, buy the villa and I'll cook you porridge. That's me compromising. You know I don't coax women.
Fine, I finally said. The crowd shook their heads. Selena Liu's gone love crazy again. Terminal. No cure. That's more like it. Signed the contract.
What did you say? Ethan froze.
I didn't give him time to react. We're canceling the engagement. You never paid bride price. My dowry's still in my hands. The house isn't bought or registered. We have no shared assets. We can cut TIs cleanly.
Ethan jumped, shouting, voice rising. No, Selena Liu, if you leave me, who else would marry you? No one but me.
Ethan thought he had me cornered, speaking with a threat. Never joke like this again. Ethan, you don't value me? I value you even less. A man without self-respect is like rotten cabbage you've already rotted to the core. His face turned pale. he stiffened, trying to retort.
Nonsense. Where's the proof? Watch your words. He was desperate to defend himself. If the truth came out, he'd lose his chance to return to the city.
Without another word, I reached into his pocket and pulled out a piece of lingerie. This is the proof. Ethan Jung, did you really think I didn't know about you and Monica Zhao? This is the proof. Ethan Jung, do you really think I don't know about you and Monica Zhao? Both their faces changed instantly. Monica Zhao snapped out of her daze and quickly began to sob.
Selena, why are you slandering me? I didn't.
Isn't Monica Ethan's sworn sister? I think Selena Liu just has a dirty heart, sees filth everywhere.
Exactly. Stop biting at people. Selena, you've scared Monica to tears.
Seeing her cry, the villagers all jumped to defend her. Just then, a voice rang out from the crowd.
This really is Monica's undergarment. That cloth was custom cut for her in town. She's the only one in the whole village who owns it, our only seamstress. Sister Wang can vouch for it.
Her words struck like thunder, stirring an uproar. No one doubted Sister Wang.
If there's nothing between them, then why would Ethan be wearing Monica's underwear? I knew it. I've seen the two of them sneaking around the fields in the middle of the night. Turns out they've been together all along. How disgraceful, indecent, and corrupt.
The villagers' gazes toward them changed. Monica Zhao's image in the village had always been that of a sweet, obedient maiden. Now, with her true face revealed, she was struck silent in terror. Her parents emerged from the crowd with dark expressions, dragged her away roughly. From this day forward, their family would never be able to hold their heads up in the village again.
Yes, that's right, we've been together all along. I never thought you'd be so vicious. We're breaking off the engagement.
I laughed out loud and agreed readily. Just then the village chief returned, waving the deed. The shack might not be worth much, but its yard was enormous. I spent even more money on this deal than I would have on the little villa. After both parties signed and pressed their fingerprints, the deed was fully in my hands. Throughout the whole process, Ethan Jung stood to the side, watching me with a dark, venomous gaze.
Long hair, short insight buying that dump. You'll regret it.
At least I have a house. You're still crammed in one dorm with 5 men. When you have a place of your own, then come talk to me. Ethan's face was twisted with rage and trembling all over. I took in his furious, quivering ugliness with a burst of satisfaction. Just then, a familiar voice rang out.
Who says brother Ethan has no house? Today we're buying this villa.
I turned my head and saw Monica Zhao with her parents. Monica Zhao strode proudly to Ethan's side. At this point, neither of them bothered to hide. Ethan was both moved and puzzled.
Monica, what do you mean by this? Monica Zhao gazed at him tenderly.
I've decided, I'm going to marry you, brother Ethan. I know even though you're just a rusticate youth now, you have a bright future. Selena Liu doesn't know your worth, but I do. I convinced my parents were willing to buy this house as our wedding home.
Only what? Ethan Jung was already moved to tears.
Only that the house must be written under my parents' names.
Ethan Zhuang's face instantly darkened, but thinking of finally escaping the dorm, he gritted his teeth and agreed, gripping Monica Zhao's hand and sighing about his virtuous wife.
Support me in my grand ambitions, and I'll reward my virtuous wife with $70,000 in gold.
Monica's parents went to pay the village chief and the homeowner. From the pained looks on their faces, they must have scraped together even their last savings for their daughter. Monica's words sounded sweet, but the truth was she had ruined her reputation. Aside from Ethan Jung, she couldn't find another suitor. For her parents, this was an act of helpless desperation.
When Monica and I have our wedding, you must come. I'll make sure you see with your own eyes how I, Ethan Jung, treat my woman like a princess.
I lifted my hand and he instinctively flinched. I laughed outright. Treat her like a princess? Bring out $500 in bride price first. Poor, useless coward. With everyone around looking at me with sympathy, doubt, or ridicule, I eagerly headed to the shack. The moment I stepped into the yard, my heart pounded wildly, my excitement impossible to contain. Yes, this was the place that would change my life. Since entering the yard, I hadn't left. That day, I heard the sounds of festive decorations and wondered which household in the village was holding a wedding. The next second, I heard Ethan Zhuang's voice.
Selena Liu, come out. Didn't you promise to attend my wedding? Where are you, Dawn? Hide inside like a coward.
He really is persistent. Now that the most important matter has been settled, I can finally take the time to settle accounts with him properly. Just as he was about to shout a second time, I stepped out of the yard. Let's go. I hope the feast at your house doesn't disappoint the villagers. A wave of boos rose from the crowd. Ethan Zhuang's expression shifted. It was obvious he had chosen the cheapest, poorest quality banquet. The wedding procession soon arrived at the villa. Without enough money for proper renovation, the place looked bare and empty, almost like a shell of a house. Even so, when Monica Zhao saw me, she lifted her chin proudly.
Whether a woman lives well or not can be seen from her appearance. Selena Leo, it's only been a few days since we last met. Why do you look so disheveled? Even if brother Ethan dumped you, you should still live well.
Monica, you've got it wrong. I was the one who dumped Ethan Jung. You're the one treating what I cast aside as treasure. The moment those words fell, the crowd fell silent. Monica Zhao's face turned red and pale in quick succession, truly a wonderful sight.
I won't bother with you, you unloved old woman.
I ignored her. At that moment, the village chief came running breathlessly into the yard, loudly calling out the names of Monica's parents.
Great news for the Zhao family, double happiness today. Your family is about to strike it rich. My goodness, the Zhao family is really going to be wealthy now.
Opportunities are meant to be seized. If you had bought the house back then, those hundreds of thousands of dollars and I would have been yours. Now you can only watch as you end up with nothing, no man, no money. What? Do you regret it now?
I frowned at him, my eyes full of confusion. The house doesn't even belong to you, so what are you pretending for? He glared at me and waved his hand grandly.
I'll call the butcher right now. Let's slaughter pigs and cattle. We'll add more dishes.
These days, a pig and a cow easily cost over $1,000. Jackson is really going all in.
Watching him suddenly become a wealthy man, the villagers swarmed over like bees, rushing to flatter him while not forgetting to belittle me, saying Selena Liu was never worthy.
Jackson and Monica are truly a perfect match. If I were Selena Leo, I'd kneel before Jackson right now, kowtow to apologize, and beg for a bowl of rich broth.
The chorus of accusations grew louder and louder. Looking at these villagers I had lived alongside day after day, who could change their faces in an instant, I only felt it was laughable. You all want me to kneel and apologize? Too bad. I had planned to help you all get rich, but now you've lost your chance. At my words, the villagers jeered even louder.
Jackson shouted excitedly, whoever can force her to kneel, I'll give them $1,000.
As soon as the words left his mouth, the villagers rushed at me madly. They pressed me down, forcing me to my knees, holding my arms and legs so I had no strength to fight back. Just as I was drowning in despair, a voice cut through the chaos.
Is Selena Leo here? They just dug up 1 billion tons of gold reserves in your yard.
Finally, it's here. I struggled free from the villagers' grip, disheveled and gasping, and shouted, I am Selena Liu.
At first I thought you were joking, but after leading my team for an on-site survey, I discovered the gold mine beneath your land has reserves of 1 billion tons.
The moment the words left his mouth, everyone looked at each other in shock, disbelief written all over their faces. 1 billion tons of gold, what kind of concept was that? The wealthiest farming family in the village only owned about 5 grams of gold. The same villagers who had just bullied me instantly changed their attitude, eagerly surrounding me.
Ariana is truly incredible. I always said Ariana is the most promising youth in our village.
Watching their hypocritical posturing, I only found it laughable. A gold mine needed manpower. I had originally planned to let everyone share in the fortune, but since they had chosen to side with Jackson against me, I no longer cared about village TIs. Not a single ounce of this gold mine would be shared with them. Everyone's eyes turned red with envy, and they shifted their gaze to Jackson.
It's all your fault. If you hadn't incited us to make things difficult for Ariana, we could already be working in the gold mine.
The villagers pressed toward him step by step, and Jackson's legs trembled in fear.
Don't come any closer. Who knows if what she's saying is even true? Even if there is a gold mine, it belongs to the whole village. She can't keep it all to herself.
As expected, the villagers were stirred up by his words, demanding I hand over the gold.
My family lives right next door. That means half the mine must belong to us.
I think the gold mine is so vast that it must stretch under every household's land. Ariana just happened to be the one who discovered it first.
The deed clearly states that everything dug up belongs to me. It has nothing to do with the rest of the village. Besides, you can always dig under your own yards and see if there's any gold there. The villagers scattered like a swarm, rushing back to dig their land, fantasizing about becoming rich overnight. But of course, that was impossible. The entire gold mine lay neatly beneath my courtyard, not extending outward at all. With the crowd gone, the wedding couldn't continue. Emily stood frozen in place, glaring at me with venom.
You ruined my wedding. Are you happy now? Did you know all along there was gold under that shack?
Yes, I knew all along, I replied coldly. In my past life, just days after the villa's demolition, that deserted little yard nearby was dug up and a gold mine was discovered. Dying Village became instantly wealthy, rising as the richest village in the country. So when I was reborn, the first thing I did was secure that abandoned shack. And now, I've become a billionaire.
Don't worry, Jackson. Our house was also included in the demolition plan. We have money too. Sure, it's not as much as Selena Leo, but she's just a woman. She can't hold on to all that money.
I'm afraid your little scheme has failed. What do you mean? The two of them looked confused, but soon the answer came. The village chief rushed in again, looking slightly embarrassed as he spoke.
Jackson, Emily, your house can't be demolished after all. Emily, your house can't be demolished.
Why?
Because the gold mine has been discovered. This area can no longer be developed into a commercial zone. The demolition plan has been scrapped.
The slap in the face came too fast. I laughed out loud. In my previous life, the demolition happened first and the gold mine was discovered afterward. The relocated households were all grateful, thinking how lucky they were to have moved early. This time, I unearthed the gold mine first, naturally eliminating any chance of demolition.
Emily covered her ears, repeatedly muttering, "Impossible, impossible."
Ariana, you've suffered during this time. Actually, being with Emily was just my way of testing you. You've passed the test. We can get married now. I know you've always loved me deeply, and I love you too. After marriage, hand over the finances to me. Focus on running the household and having children, and I'll make you the happiest woman in the world.
As he said this, he closed his eyes and puckered his lips, leaning in to kiss me. Disgust crawled over my skin like goosebumps and I quickly dodged. Jackson, have you no shame? He, however, was unfazed, still gazing at me with tender eyes.
Admit it, Ariana, you still have me in your heart.
Emily trembled, pointing at Jackson. How could you do this to me? Now that I'm out of money, you cast me aside. How can you be so heartless? Have you forgotten it was you who chased after me? You said Selena Leo was boring. That apart from her money she had nothing. You said you were enduring humiliation to get hold of her money, and afterward you'd be with me forever. Have you forgotten everything? After saying that, she turned to me and said, Ariana, don't believe him. You don't know how many things he's secretly taken from you to give to me. He even says behind your back that you're old and ugly, that he has to turn off the lights when he's with you.
Shut up, Jackson snapped, then quickly turned back to me with a forced smile. She's just cornered and slandering me. The truth is, I've always been thinking about you. You're the only one I love. Please, give me a chance to turn over a new leaf. As he spoke, Jackson and Monica Zhao began to scuffle with each other. I no longer paid attention to them. Instead, I turned to the staff and said, Mr. Zhang, I've decided. I won't keep this gold mine for myself. I'm going to hand it over to the state. Upon hearing this, the two stopped fighting. Even Mr. Zhang looked at me in disbelief.
Are you sure?
Eric was partly right. Such an enormous gold mine. First, I couldn't mine it alone. Second, I truly couldn't protect it. Rather than being targeted and living in danger, I'd rather disappear quietly. Besides, I already had a safer way of making money in mind.
I don't agree. I'm her man. I make the decisions. The gold mine is mine.
Mr. Zhang ignored him and left hurriedly to report it. Jackson sat down on the ground in a daze, his expression so pained it was as if he had lost his own property. I found it funny. I walked up to him. Didn't you say you loved me? Well, I agree to reconcile now. Let's get married. You can work hard outside, and I'll stay home and take care of the family. Jackson glared at me in hatred, all traces of his earlier tenderness gone.
What kind of dream are you having? You don't have a cent now. If I'm not wrong, you spent all your money on that house, right? Now that the house and the land have been handed over, you've got nothing. Why would I want someone with no money? Get lost.
I sighed, pretending to be regretful, and echoed his own words back at him with deeper meaning. Opportunities are for people to seize themselves.
Go, go, go! Don't let me see you again! Jackson snapped, furious.
He immediately began driving me away, then turned to Monica Zhao with a face full of remorse.
I must have been out of my mind for a while. I realize my mistake now. Please forgive me, baby, okay?
I thought Monica Zhao would throw him out without hesitation. Unexpectedly, she paused, then nodded solemnly. My jaw nearly dropped. So there really was someone even more love-struck than me. Even more surprising, she turned to me and lashed out viciously.
If you hadn't used money to lure Jackson, how could he have drifted from me? Ariana, can you stop being so cheap? Does ruining other people's relationships make you proud?
Exactly. Baby, to show my sincerity, look what this is.
Ethan Jung pulled a pocket watch from his chest and dangled it in front of Monica Zhao's eyes. Suddenly, I felt my breath catch. It was my grandmother's keepsake pocket watch. The only photo of her was inside. Give it back to me.
Oh, so precious, huh? Well, sorry about this.
With that, he threw the watch to the ground and smashed it. Seeing my panic, Jackson started laughing.
You humiliated me, made me lose my house. This is exactly what you deserve. Hate me if you want, but there's nothing you can do. To tell you the truth, the city return quota you gave up, it's mine now. Soon I'll be back in the city working, while you're stuck in this village for life, guarding your shabby little plot and that broken shack, doomed to be alone forever.
Just then, Engineer Zhang walked in with an elderly man. Comrade Ariana, thank you for your contribution to the country. This is your reward. This is the mayor. He wanted to see for himself what a truly selfless person looks like.
You're the lucky star of our city. I made some inquiries, Comrade Ariana. During your time here you worked hard and stayed diligent. I've decided to let you return to the city early.
Overjoyed by this unexpected blessing, I bowed deeply in gratitude. The blow came too fast. Jackson couldn't sit still. He muttered instinctively.
So what if she goes back to the city?
His words caught the mayor's attention. The mayor gave him a long, heavy look. Jackson thought his bearing had impressed him. Straightening his back, he began to introduce himself.
Hello, Mayor. My name is Jackson. I started coming to the countryside earlier, and during my time here.
You're Jackson.
The mayor cut him off. Jackson, thinking his reputation had preceded him, nodded proudly.
So it is you. I've received reports that you, a so-called moral role model, have a chaotic private life and disgraceful conduct. Forget about ever returning to the city in this lifetime.
Mayor, could you help me with something? I'd like to purchase the land of the 3 neighboring villages using the reward money you've given me.
Those little fishing villages are remote and poor. Why would you want to buy there?
I smiled and casually came up with a reason, making it look as though I'd just taken this on accidentally. When people heard I was spending $1 million to buy up deserted villages, the residents of Dying Village sneered with glee. Jackson went completely mad.
Where's my gold?
When someone asked him what he was playing at, pretending to be a fool, he answered solemnly, I'm going back to the city to be a worker. I'm a sent-down youth. I'm not like you peasants. A sent-down youth? You've been stripped of that status, don't you know? The others are all heading back to the city one by one. You're staying here for the rest of your life. He mulled over the villager's words, his expression suddenly freezing. I'm not a sent-down youth anymore. I can't return to the city.
Wife, I was wrong. Forgive me. I don't want money. I only want you. He called out until he was exhausted, then drifted back to the ruined temple.
6 months later, the fishing villages I'd bought doubled in value overnight. Someone offered me $100 million to buy them, and I sold quickly. I thanked the heavens for giving me another chance at life, and thanked myself for having the courage to keep going.